There's a table that might have some clues as to what happened in there.
It wasn't me who took second ones.
No, I did.
I know you didn't, but
And
there are other things to investigate if you'd like.
She's telling you it's your turn.
All right.
I guess if I have to be that blunt, that is what I am saying.
I know.
And the room, when these candles burst into flame, the room suddenly gets colder and more damp and more earthy smelling.
So the flame just burst, but it gets colder.
That
What
is
is the writing on the wall?
What is the writing on the wall? Are you investigating the runes on the wall?
Mm-hmm.
So you notice also that that on the wall there's a picture of what almost looks like skeletons or skeletal arms starting to come out of the ground, and almost zombie-like in nature, or skeletons from any D&D game ever. Still don't understand how they move. Not really the point. So as you are looking at that, you start to hear dirt move behind you, and rattling of bones.
Okay, so I'd like to take stock again.
Mm-hmm.
This is getting even more tense. So what stalks the bride from the shadows?
You suspect it's the skeletons. Nobody has turned around to look.
Okay. I didn't know we had to be that literal. So I turn around and look.
Okay, it's the skeletons.
Right. I mean, but skeletons on the ground, or are they forming up into something? Or are they just rattling on the wall?
Well, they're coming out of the ground. A couple of them are like what you suspect is almost all the way out of the ground. You see dirt falling off of them as they're trying to, pull their legs out of the ground.
How much time would you say I had before they're freed up? Like any moment now?
Yeah, I mean it's moments. You don't have a lot of time. You have to make a move or you're gonna be in trouble.
Alright, I'm going to do dirty myself with violence.
Okay.
And I'm gonna try and disable them.
That's what we didn't do. Because I'm bad. We didn't talk about what numbers you were putting in what stat.
Well, I did, I already have +1 in carnality.
Gotcha.
And then, blood is -1 and resilience is 0.
Okay. Go for it.
So, 2d6 +1, right?
Correct. Birdie, it's /roll 2d6 plus whatever number or minus whatever number.
Alright, so
if it
I
comes
had a 9.
Cool. So
now, do I choose from the chart below? Or do you choose?
I would assume we're gonna go with you choose. And I believe you...
Okay, and then if I... Alright, hold on. Okay, maybe I'm confusing myself again. So if I do that ring move, is that my only ring move? Or can I do another ring move?
I believe if you...
Because it doesn't say to pass the ring like the other ones do.
Then I would say in this case you hold on to it because it doesn't give you explicit directions. But because you got a 9, you have to choose one from the bottom. Well, choose one from the top.
my carelessness leaves you in a bad spot, I'm gonna disable him.
Okay. So you rush towards one of the skeletons that's still pulling himself out of the ground, mostly out. And in the process, the other one because I said there were a couple of them that were nearly out. Actually, better yet. So you managed to crash that skeleton to the ground. What you didn't notice in the process was there is another skeleton on the hand that comes up and grabs you by the ankle and knocks you to the ground. And in the process, you take 1 trauma because it was a much harder landing on the dirt than you expected.
All right.
What do you do now?
If I were to give up the ring, would I still take that trauma?
Yes, you're immune from additional trauma.
Yeah, I'm gonna give up the ring to Futel.
Interesting. What do you do? You've got a skeleton hand wrapped around your ankle, and you're prone on your back on the ground.
I would like to, because I have the ring, I can do my moves now, right?
You can do the ring moves, yes.
I just don't think we have enough information to propose the truth at this point.
Yeah, definitely. I can't really caress a horror. I can't dirty myself with violence, and crying for help would be a little weird.
I don't.
Would probably exit us from the room.
Couldn't you could isn't the skeleton a horror? You could caress him and
That's what I'm thinking.
get him off you.
Yeah.
What's the Fatel's +1?
Blood. That's what I'm probably gonna do. Is I'm just thinking through it right quick. Yeah, I'm going to caress the horror as.
So, because you've been indecisive for so long, the hand starts to go underneath the dirt, pulling you pulling you down in the process.
I'm going to caress the horror, and I believe my move. Let me find it really quick. Got it. The dancer, remove a piece of clothing you care for somebody. No, that's not it. That's not caressing. So I'm going to gently just try and tug at my ankle, but I can't quite do it. So I'm going to take my hand and simply stroke the back of the skeleton's hand and try and caress it to calm it down, as it clearly needs attention and simply wants to be with me.
Oh, poor skeleton guy. Okay, roll. 2d6 plus 1.
7.
Oh, how unfortunate. So, you left. Did you... I guess I didn't ask you soon enough. Did you guys close the door, or is it open?
I think it's open.
Okay.
I think the door's still open.
So the servant girl is kind of standing out in the hallway, just in case you need something, and the hand lets go of you, and you can kind of see it move towards the door. Well, no, it doesn't let go of you because you got a partial success. So what happens is all these skeletons, the one that's out of the dirt picks you up. The hand obviously releases you and kind of pushes you towards the door. They're clearly on the young girl who took you to this room. Like,
And
you,
I will, as I'm moving towards the young girl, I will take my hand and wave it along the wall, almost caressing them as I slowly lead the girl and ask her to simply hold a hand for me as I release it.
So the girl will step forward because obviously you're her mistress and she, um, is very obedient. And in the process, you see almost like claws come out of the hand and out of the fingertips of all of the skeletons, and they begin to claw at her. This buys you some more time. The candles are still flickering. They haven't gone out yet. They are a little bit more dim than they were, or dimmer than when they burst into flames. So yeah, there is, remember, the stone table. That's probably the only other thing to
Yeah.
investigate.
Yeah, definitely that. So
Yeah, we have to investigate that so we can try and propose the truth.
That's what I'm going to do. I would like to go up to the stone table and see if there's anything quite peculiar about it.
Yeah. So on the table, you see it pretty clearly now that there's a little bit more light with the candles all over the room. And the um and now that you're a little bit closer, on there is a silver trowel. It's not tarnished in any way. I shouldn't say that. It does have some dirt on it, but it's still fairly shiny metal, like more shiny than what you would expect.
And I
Give
would
it.
like to investigate this item.
Okay.
I would like to ask, what memories does this item hold, and why does Bluebeard keep it?
Yeah. So that those are kind of tied together. Um, one of his previous brides, used to come in here, and kind of, she was kind of more attuned to the magic and nature, and probably would have been best friends with the witch. And she used this trowel, in the dirt to make the ritual circles, and plant herbs and mushrooms and things she needed for her concoctions in this kind of damp dirt room. And there is one day, one memory in particular, that you see a flash of. You see a flash of Bluebeard in the room, with this bride, with this woman, and she is showing him how she tends to the plants and how she grows the mushrooms in the room and makes sure that they get enough light and aren't too disturbed. And then that you see you see a flash of and then it flashes away and there you don't see any more of the memory.
And why did Bluebeard keep it?
He kept it as, again, it's one of those, he kind of forgot about it, but he's was particularly fond of this particular bride's ability to care for the plants and take care of it.
How loyal of him to his most caring bride. I always wonder what would happen to her, as I would like to take the trowel and walk out the room, closing the door behind me.
What is the truth that you're proposing?
Oh, the truth I'm proposing. Where is that in the rules?
It's gonna be on the exit moves.
Oh, here we go. Got it. Page 129. Think will happen in the room to whom and